What would your life look like if you finally escaped the life you hate? Here's why most people never escape. They focus on the wrong things. The life you hate is built on habits that no longer serve you. Most people never escape because they're too comfortable with their discomfort. But you don't have to be most people. In the last 7 years, I've built a business with over 6,000 people, traveled 40 countries, was able to take care of my loved ones, and the most important, I fucking love every day of my life. I'm going to show you the steps to make that vision your reality in just 12 months from now. We are not victims of circumstances. We are the creators of circumstances. That means if you're comfortable, pampered, and always cozy, you will always fall into autopilot mode. You will always be thrown around in life. People will not take you serious. You will not really be happy. You will always be comfortable because let's be very honest, comfortable is okay. But okay is not the life that I want. But if you want an okay girlfriend, okay car, okay spot where you live, okay clothes, okay quality, then I'm okay with that too. But that means you will forever be in the most comfortable zone, and that means nothing great comes out of it. But if you don't want the okay lifestyle, if you want the difference, if you want the top-notch lifestyle, then you need to get out of your comfort zone by really building up the hunger, right? So I think most people stay in their sad lives because they are scared and they have built up this prison for themselves. So the first thing you need to do is take small steps towards greatness and success. These small steps will accumulate and will reprogram you. Once you are reprogrammed, you will not hunt instant gratification and comfort. You will hunt discomfort. You will hunt prolonged gratification because you always know the gratification from staying in the process of building something over months or years is greater than getting it instantly. Most people struggle, especially because they come to me and say, Miguel, I don't have any desire. I have no burning desire. I have no hunger because I had a very cozy, a very comfortable, a very pampered childhood. And then there's the other side of people that say, I have a burning desire. I had trauma. I grew up with trauma. And trauma is very much linked to great success. Even with most people that I mentor, they became truly successful because they had a lot of trauma in their past, where people that had no trauma sometimes struggle because no one really teaches them. Most mentors would say, oh, you need trauma. Without that, you cannot become successful. But that is not true. The very first important thing is you need to reprogram yourself. Because having a comfortable, a pampered childhood is completely okay and you should be grateful, but you can become more. You need to fall in love with the version of who you could become if you would stop to feel comfortable in where you are and being stuck where you don't feel any desire or hunger. Desire and hunger comes if you taste blood. Tasting blood means living a life for a couple of hours or days, pushing yourself into situations, going into a car shop or into a car salon and maybe sitting in that Ferrari, sitting in that Lamborghini, or trying to save up money to afford a one night in the most expensive hotel near you to really get into the habit of feeling how shitty your life actually is, right? When I started my business journey and I had no money, I felt very comfortable. I felt pampered. I had a childhood with trauma, yes, that is directly linked to my success nowadays because fear, anxiety, all negative emotions can be used to fuel your desire and your success. When you don't have that, you might feel that you don't want to move. You don't feel that desire. You don't feel that burning in yourself, the energy that then can be used to build something because you're happy where you are right now. I call it blissful dissatisfaction. Always be happy and grateful for where you are right now, but don't be lazy. Don't be comfortable because comfort kills. Comfort is something that will make you slow and will hinder you from becoming a better version in your looks, becoming a better version in terms of wisdom and smartness, becoming a better version in body, in mind, in relationships, in traveling, in experiences, in tasting, in dressing, in driving. There's so many beautiful things, so many experiences for you to experience if you would stop to be comfortable. So what I always tell people that I mentor when they say, I don't have any desire, is you need to get uncomfortable. You need to put yourself into positions where you can start to dream more. Because once you sit in a Ferrari, once you sit in these cars, then you will never want to go back into your normal car. Once you sleep in a 5-star, 4-star hotel, you don't want to go back into a normal one. Once you eat at good restaurants, you don't want to go back to normal. Once you fly business or first class, you don't want to go back into economy. And that should push you because most of the energy to build more comes from you tasting blood, actually trying these things out. So number one is try new things out. I always say it's not important how much money you make in business. Making money is most of the times the goal, but it's actually not the most important thing. What you will feel very proud of is the person that you needed to become to actually make your first million. Not the million that you made on a bank account or in your investment accounts is what you will be proud of, but the person that you needed to become. The discomfort, leaving the comfort zone, pushing yourself, becoming better in speaking, becoming better in relationships, in communication, in sales, in leading, building a business. All of these things, that's where you should be proud on. You should be reprogramming yourself and program yourself on being happy once you achieve something and not to be happy and feel hungry and feel uncomfortable, right? Self-aggression because you're not doing anything. And if you just want to stay lazy and comfortable where you are, then you're gonna die and miss out and regret. And the most important thing is that you don't regret anything in life. The most important thing is that you took the shots, you took the opportunity, you tried it out, you risked something. That also meant that life presented itself from a way different way. Right? And you can choose, do you want to live like everyone else, comfortable, pampered, in your comfort zone, or do you want to see the fruits that life has to pick from the tree? People can be addicted to anything, especially negative things, nicotine, alcohol, drugs, all of these things. But understand the same addiction can be reprogrammed into success. As much as you are maybe addicted to alcohol, I'm addicted to success. As much as you are addicted to nicotine, I'm addicted to making money in the markets. As much as you are addicted to bullshit, laziness, and comfort, I am addicted to growing, going to the gym, traveling the world, experiencing. You can do it too if you reprogram yourself, because with small steps accumulated, you will have a beautiful puzzle of success. Most people are scared and they fear risk, because risk at the end of the day for me means not knowing about a certain area that I want to tap into. So if you want to tap into becoming successful and thinking about success and going towards success, building a business, starting a business, investing money, all of that is risk. But risk at the end of the day means not having information in a certain area. Look, if I would talk to someone that jumps out of planes in a parachute, I would say that's risky. And it is risky for me, and I would never do it because I don't have any information about it. I don't know what to do. I don't know when I should jump. I don't know what is the pose that I should do. I don't know when I should pull the parachute. I don't know what I should do when the parachute doesn't open. I don't know anything about parachuting. That's why it's insanely risky for me. So if you take me up right now into the sky and tell me to jump, I will make mistakes, and my risk, my percentual odds of dying is higher than someone that has been parachuting over the last 10 years, did an apprenticeship in that, had a mentor in that, did it many times, made some mistakes, did some training, some tests, and was taught by the best of the best. And that's how risk is then lowered. So the odds are increased. And in business and investing in life, I am always, and this channel is always about creating can't-lose circumstances. You need to create the place. You need to create your environment. You need to create the situation where the odds stack up for you. The odds are the highest for you. So I always play the game of the highest probabilities. And how do you build up game for the highest probability? How do you actually create a situation where you increasingly will win than lose, and not risk and lose, but actually win? Is when you have information, is when you learn something about it, is when you have a mentor, when someone teaches you, someone that already made the mistakes. So I think if you are afraid of taking risks, right, and overcome your fear, you need a mentor, you need a community, you need someone to show you it is possible, someone that can help you. And someone that helps you, a so-called mentor, is where most of the greatest people on this planet Earth came from. Most great leaders, most great businessmen, most great investors, all of these most great whatever, they came from a place where they had a mentor. Look at leaders as countries. Most leaders of countries nowadays, they had great fathers. They were their leaders. They had great mentors. They were their leaders. Look at the most successful business owners. They sit at tables every weekend, golf clubs, gentlemen clubs, because they are talking with people that are greater themselves. Most presidents were mentored by other presidents. Most vice presidents were mentored by vice presidents. Most successful traders were mentored by successful traders. Even all the philosophers that we still quote nowadays, they all had mentors. Plato, all of them, they had mentors. That's why they always think in the same narrative, because they come from the same mentors. It's a lineage of mentors. So the great philosophers on this planet Earth come from mentorship lineages. A mentor mentors a mentier, and the mentier gets better than the mentor because technology gets faster, better, the markets get easier, right? And this mentor, who first was the mentier, then becomes the mentor of someone else. To really escape comfort and fear of taking risk, get as much information as possible. Here's how I would go about entering a new market or learning a new skill. Number one, research the best person in the field. Number 2, learn everything you can get from this person. Number 3, follow the footsteps of this person. By getting all the information and knowing who it is and analyzing and learning from his mistakes, you will become better instantly and it will be easier for you to calculate risks. Number 4, get a market sentiment. Market sentiment means if I, for example, want to learn about trading and investing, I would go about first of all researching who are the best traders and investors that I know or that I can find through ChatGPT, Google, whatever friends. Then I will look and fact check if they actually, as much as possible, see that they actually have the lifestyle and have the results. Because I would never want to follow someone that fakes. I would never want to follow someone that actually just talks about results but does not have them. Most traders, most investors, or in any other endeavor, most people are very, very transparent. So look for the ones that are the most transparent ones, the ones that are the longest in the game, the ones that have most of the success for them by checking their Instagram stories, their YouTube channels, their daily life, or by talking to them or asking other people about their opinion. Now, once you found someone, you try to learn everything from him. You try to outsource. You try to find out who is the best in the game. You learn from them. You get their information. You get into their communities. You learn from their books. You buy their books, right? And then you get all of this information. And that's how we are lowering step for step our risk, because now we have mentors, we have people we can learn from, we can read in their books, in their notes, in their coachings what they have made wrong and what you should not do. And that's how you in the beginning will become way better than anyone else that just tries to do it on themselves. So yes, you are afraid of taking risks because you have no one that takes your hand. For example, I take the hand of thousands of people every year in the trading space. I introduce them, I mentor them, I teach them, I travel with them, I meet them, I help them with their problems. So that's what I do on a daily basis. And great mentors will always push out great mentees. Money is the most important thing because money is the first fundament to every other endeavor, any other important thing in life. Health, the fundament is money. Success, the fundament is obviously money. Relationships, the fundament is money. Your relationship with the people that you love, the fundament is money. Your happiness is linked to how much money you have. Why? Because with more money, with more resource, right, with more energy, you can give more. Most of the times I tell people that say, I don't want money, money is not important. They are talking and they have an empty cup in front of them. An empty cup in front of them where there's no water means they cannot pour. How many times do we want to help people? How many times will we feel better if I can pour someone water or a Coke Zero or alcohol into it, right? Most societies, most cultures were built up on the essence of you helping your own people. That's how life works. If you give, you feel good and the person feels good. But people that say money is not important, they have zero water in their cups. They can never fill it up for other people. They feel empty themselves. So people that say money is not important, they are empty, they feel empty. Even though if they hide it, they 100% feel empty. And with more money, more water in their cups, they could start to fill up other cups and make other people happy and therefore feel happy themselves. That's how I view money. Because imagine your best friends are sitting on this table and they're all thirsty, but your cup is empty. How would you feel? And that's how people feel that have no money and say money is not important. People tend to, at the end of the day, blame other people, the situation, businesses, concepts, the market, the economy, their parents, whatever, because they fail to escape. They fail to escape the lazy, the cozy, the comfortable, the life where there's no adrenaline, where there's no dopamine. They always blame everything but themselves. Why do I know it? It's because I built a community. I have a business model that is very much hated. It is called network marketing, trading, and investing. These are the most hated industries. Network marketing, multi-level marketing, selling, and then combined with trading and investing. Most of the people will blame us, will blame the system, will blame the markets, will blame the mentors, will blame the risk, will blame the brokers, whatever, because they cannot take it up to themselves. What I've found out mentoring many people, becoming very successful myself, and being around the most successful people on this planet Earth is that they always take 100% of the blame. They always put themselves first when it comes to calling out the person that did something wrong. They will not blame the system. They will not blame the company. They will not blame anything but themselves, because you need to understand only from self-accountability comes any growth. If you always put the blame away, you are taking away the growth, because putting away something, putting the blame away means something else or someone else is to blame and not you. That means you're not putting it up on yourself, because when you put the blame on yourself, you start to actually think about how can you become better. This little thought, nourished the right way, will make success. Because if you start a business, if you fail in something, right? And you start to actually think about, what did I do wrong? How can I make it better? Did I say something wrong? Did I move too slow? What is the problem? And instead of saying you are the problem and not starting to actually holding yourself accountable, you will never grow. And without growth, there's no success, because laziness, comfort, right, is at the end of the day, nothing happens, nothing grows. If something does not grow, it dies. It is a law of nature. A plant either grows or dies. So you need to understand, by putting blame on everything else besides on yourself, you will never get into the mood. You will never question yourself. You will never learn new things. You will never be open to learn new things, because you're not reflecting on yourself. You're not seeing it from afar, from a bird's eye view, what you just did, so you can better yourself. I do reflect myself all the time. I would sometimes lay in bed at night and reflect the day and ask myself the question, what could I have done better? Could I have even been kinder? Could I have even been someone that was mixing up the room even more, like bringing more happiness into the room? Could I have said something different? Could I have worked more? Could I have called more people? Could I have pushed myself harder in the gym? And why didn't I not do it? And then I will find a solution. And once I find the solution, I will apply the solution and I will grow. I will get into the next level. And that's why people that always blame everything else, they will always stay where they are. And people that put their blame on themselves and their accountability, they're accountable for themselves, they will grow and become successful. So actually the cheat code to success is using blame put up on yourself to force yourself to grow instead of giving it away. Giving the blame away also means you're putting the blessings away.